Okay, so you've got your tracker, the blank one. Well, he's weekly. Anyways, the first part's pretty easy. You've already chosen your purpose, so you write that obviously in the purpose section. And then you've got the core values. You've picked those. Pretty straightforward. Go ahead and put those in the core values section. Okay? And then there's this what's most important right now. Now, use a pencil or an erasable ink pen here, but go ahead and put your individual ones in there. Now, think about what's most important now. You know, you did the wheel thing. Don't do this willy-nilly, okay? What we're looking for here is not something you can do in a week. That's too small a goal. This is something that is going to take you between 30 days and 6 to at the most 9 months to get done. It's a big thing, but has a lot of impact. And you want it to be specific, very meaningful, that type of thing. Something real. When you look at your life, what's the most important thing right now? Okay. Now, if you're doing this as a couple, this is going to get a little more interesting here. And it's well worth it. This is a wonderful. So you both did this. Let's just, here's the daily one, all right? But let's just say you both did it separately. You've got it filled out. Now, sit down together. And with another blank one, I strongly recommend working together. You use the weekly, but do whatever you want. It's fine. Now, look at your purpose statements, the two of you, and see what it would take to combine them. Or maybe it's not that. Sometimes a couple's purpose statement can be quite a bit different than an individual's, okay? Than either individual's. It might be totally different, and that's okay. But this is where you're deciding what it is that your family or your relationship is all about. What's its purpose? And that, like I said, could be different than both of yours. It could be a combination, whatever. Okay, so now you put that obviously there. Now look at your core values. When you're talking about a family or a couple, sometimes you'll have a few core values that just jump out at you and it works. It could end up being more like a paragraph about what makes you unique. And if you have children, you think about what makes your children unique and how you interact with them too. You think of it as the whole family. Don't recommend trying this with your children all there and working together on it. I've never seen that actually work very well. It's two people, and you two lead the family, so take the bull by the horns and get it done, okay? But come up with these joint statements. And then as a couple, what's most important right now? And figure it out. And then you got to put down why it's most important. Now, most of the time, if you're working on this as a couple, when you decide what that most important thing is, that probably ought to replace the most important thing on your individual sheets if you're going to do both it as an individual and couples, which works actually. But think about that, because if it's most important to your spouse, maybe it ought to be most important to you. All right, so get that done, and I'll see you back in a little bit.